that one.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
The other thing I've heard from my friends who oppose this whole jobs bill and that this is just temporary. Well, let me tell you, it's not temporary when that 911 call comes in and a woman's being raped if a cop shows up in time to prevent the rape. It's not temporary to that woman. It's not temporary to the guy whose store is being held up and there's a gun pointed at his head if the cop shows up and he's not killed. That's not temporary.
Calm down, Joe.
To that store owner.
Calm down.
Give me a break.
Take
temporary.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Whew,
I wish these guys had thought it's temporary. I wish they had some notion what it's like to be on the other side of a gun.
Take it easy.
Or a 200-pound man standing over you telling you to submit. Folks, it matters.
Frank.
It matters.
Take it easy. By the way, speaking of the other side of a gun, Robert Blake will be our guest Monday here on the PM show. Just kidding.
Bad brain Bob?
Yeah, he's coming in. You should come and interview with me Monday.
Oh,
You're
God.
welcome. Anyway, so that's Joe got a little worked up there. He got lathered up quickly.
And the guy clapping in the back was
one guy.
Was Barney Frank.
Wasn't Barney Frank. Can we play that, just the opening again? Because Joe started out so quiet, and then he just got really all chewed up there, Tomas. One more.
The other thing I've heard from my friends who oppose this whole jobs bill and that this is just temporary.
That's good.
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah,
it's not temporary when that 911 call comes in and a woman's being raped if a cop shows up in time to prevent the rape. It's not temporary to that woman.
Okay, that's right.
It's not temporary to the guy whose store is being held up and there's a gun pointed at his head if the cop shows up and he's not killed. That's not temporary.
Everybody. Okay, there you go. Joe got himself all worked up.
What's so great is that he really does represent the
what? What does he represent?
The compassionate, tolerant side of liberalism. You know, he goes overboard in selling all this stuff. He's so self-indulgent. It's so great. Here's my story. Many years ago, I'm in New York City. I'm staying at the Plaza. I'm checking in. I go there all the time. I stay there, and they know me. I have good friends. I'm at the Plaza. Okay, I'm on Park Avenue. All right. And so I'm standing there checking in, and who comes in behind me, stands right behind me, Joe Biden, top coat. This is like in November, right? We were there for Thanksgiving. I was there with my daughter, I think, for Thanksgiving. And so the guy is talking to me, and you know, Rudy, the guy behind the counter, I'm talking with him and stuff, and he says, "Here's your key, Mr. Dreyer." Now, when he says that, Joe Biden kind of like looks over and looks at me, and then you could see he recognizes me, and he knows me. So I'm there, you know, and so I ignore him. So I get my key, and we gather our stuff. We go to the elevator, and as I'm there putting my stuff together, other people file in and get behind us. And one of those people is Joe Biden. So some people go in one elevator and some go in the other. I'm in the elevator going up to my room with Joe Biden all by myself.
All by yourself.
All by myself. So I walk in, turn around. He walks in. He doesn't look at me. He stands right next to me, and I turn and look, and I'm literally 6 inches away looking into his ear hole. I'm looking at his plugs. Yeah. I'm looking at his head. I'm looking at everything, and he's not moving. It's like he's in there all by himself, and I am looking at him, trying to get him to look over at me. I did everything but, you know, slap him.
Hold up a little sign. Hi.
No, I did. I did everything but get in front of him and break his concentration on the door. So the door opens up, and he steps out, and I say, "Good talking to you, Joe."
That's great.
He didn't even, it was like nobody existed except for Joe.
Here's a little more Joe Biden for you.
Mr. Vice President, do you regret using a rape reference to describe Republican opposition to the president's bill?
I didn't use it. No. What I said, let's get it straight, guys. Don't screw around with me. I said rape was up 3 times in Flint. They're the numbers. Go look at the numbers. Murder's up, rape is up, and burglar's up. That's exactly what I said.
And if the Republicans don't pass this bill, then rape will continue to rise.
Murder will continue to rise. Rape will continue to rise. All crimes will continue to rise.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Joe,
it's so good.
He is good. Really, you couldn't write that. That's script material.
Really hilarious. You know, I got to tell you, you know, what I really love is when Joe gets indignant and says,
"Don't screw around with me."
Yeah.
We got to save that. You got to save that for the Fred Dryer show.
Put that on there.
Just put that. We got to have that here.
We'll
Will you
open
save
it,
that?
we'll open it with it next week.
There'll be something there.
And
Ooh, boy.
and so what you wind up getting is
That's classic.
I really think that the people in this country are so like us, laughing themselves silly every time Joe
have to have
or
humor. You gotta
Barry
laugh, yeah.
or any of these people. If it wasn't so serious, it'd be hilarious.
right.
And it's hilarious. And
Don't screw around with me.
exactly.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Joe. Just take it easy.
The
Is that what you shouted when he walked out of the elevator? You said, "Nice talking to you." Is that
nice talking to you, Joe. Yeah, but he didn't turn around and say,
the policies of this.
Oh no, that's not what he said. No, he turned around and he said,
"You got it.
Don't screw around with me.
"That's what he said."
You
There
got to
go.
stop drinking and on the job, Tom."
Send another bottle of Hornitos in there for
No,
Tomas.
seriously, you really got to stop talking.
Who was that we were hearing? Was that Steve Wynn? Is that what we had over there?
Did
Is
we
it-
have Steve Wynn over
Yeah,
there?
do you want to hear Steve Wynn?
I don't know. Just a second. What are we doing here with Steve
You're on
Wynn?
number 7 there.
Oh, talking about our illustrious president and vice president, about the
Yeah.
jobs, about this jobs thing.
Yeah, here's Steve Wynn.
Here's
You wanna hear?
Steve Wynn.
The policies of this administration have destroyed the living standard of the working class in America. What is ostensibly the base of the Democratic Party is taking the worst hit in history because of these unbelievably uninformed policies of this president and his colleagues who have fostered this ridiculous class warfare, these nonsensical policies that have been proven to be ineffective and unsuccessful everywhere they've ever been tried in the world.
Boy, Biden, look at Joe Biden is getting really punched
How
up.
about that for a business model? No matter where it's been in the entire world, it's failed. Can you imagine?
That's right, something else.
All right, folks, when we get back, we'll our last segment, and it's gone by so fast. We'll be right back.
Don't screw around with me.
Has your growing business been putting off building for too long? If you need to build quickly, call Anthem Steel today and discover the Anthem Advantage. With a pre-engineered Anthem Steel building, you could save as much as half the cost and half the time of similar conventional construction. That's right, you could save thousands of dollars and weeks of construction time. And Anthem Steel backs your investment with a 50-year structural warranty. Find out why churches, schools, and businesses across the country choose Anthem Steel for almost any building need. From retail centers to manufacturing, warehousing, airplane hangars, and riding arenas. For free information, call 800-557-8656. Right now, you can save even more with rebates of